All right, let's dive in. Today, we're exploring one of the most powerful and honestly amazing processes in all of nature, the biology of birth. It's this incredible journey of perfect timing and strength, and we're going to break down every single step.
So you have to wonder, how does the body actually pull this off? I mean, it is one of nature's most incredible feats. It's so easy to just think of birth as one big, dramatic event, but it's actually a masterpiece of biological engineering. It's like a perfectly timed symphony of hormones, muscles, and raw instinct. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain and see exactly how that symphony comes together.
Okay, so here's our roadmap. We'll start with the body's final preparations, then we'll move through the 3 distinct stages of labor, and we'll wrap it all up by just taking a moment to appreciate the whole incredible process.
First up, the final countdown. And this is so important because long before the first real contraction ever hits, the body is already working behind the scenes, setting the stage for the main event.
One of the first major signs that things are getting close is something called engagement, or some people call it lightning. This is literally when the baby's head drops down and settles deep into the mother's pelvis. You can think of it like an athlete getting into the starting blocks, just perfectly positioned for the race ahead.
And that brings us to the real start of the show, Stage 1, the opening. Now you gotta think of this stage as the marathon of labor. It's by far the longest phase, and its entire purpose is to methodically, powerfully open up the path for the baby.
So what is the actual goal here? Well, it's all about the cervix. From the moment the first true contraction begins, all of the body's energy is focused on one single mission, getting that cervix to fully dilate. It's all about opening the gate.
Now this is where it gets really cool, because 2 things are happening at the exact same time. On one hand, you have effacement. The cervix is thinning out, it's softening. The best analogy I've ever heard is it's like the neck of a turtleneck sweater being stretched thin as you pull it over your head. And while that's happening, you also have dilation. The cervix is opening up, kind of like the aperture on a camera lens getting wider and wider. Both have to happen. This marathon stage is actually broken down into 3 smaller phases. It all starts with early labor. The contractions are milder, they're farther apart. Then things really ramp up into active labor, where everything gets much stronger, closer together, way more intense. And finally, there's transition. It's the shortest phase, but it's also the most powerful. And it's what gets the body to the finish line of Stage 1.
And this is the magic number. 10 centimeters. That is the goal. All the work, all the intensity of Stage 1 is to get to this point. Once the cervix hits 10 centimeters, it's fully dilated. The gate is officially open, and the body is ready for the next phase.
With that gate wide open, we enter Stage 2, the journey. Now, this is the part most of us picture when we think about birth. This is the descent, this is the final push, and it's the real climax of this whole incredible story. So, officially, Stage 2 kicks off at full dilation, our 10 centimeters, and it ends with the birth of the baby. This is the active pushing stage, where all that energy shifts from just opening the path to actually traveling down it.
Now here's something that is absolutely mind-blowing. The baby is not just a passive passenger here. Not at all. They are an active participant in their own birth. To get through the tight, complex curves of the birth canal, the baby performs this brilliant series of twists and turns, a sort of dance known as the cardinal movements.
And this slide just illustrates that dance perfectly. Okay, so the head engages in the pelvis. Then the chin tucks down, that's flexion, to make the head as small as possible. As it moves down, it rotates internally to squeeze through the pelvic bones. Then the head extends as it comes out from under the pubic bone. But wait, it's not over. The head then has to rotate externally to line up with the shoulders so they can come out one at a time, followed by the rest of the body. That's expulsion. It is a perfect, flawless sequence of biomechanics. It's just incredible.
So, the baby's here. That's it, right? The show's over? Well, not quite. There's one final and very crucial act left to perform. Welcome to Stage 3, the aftermath.
This stage starts the second the baby is born, and its whole purpose is to deliver the placenta, that amazing organ that supported and nourished the baby for 9 whole months. And believe me, this isn't just an afterthought. It's a vital part of the process.
And here is why this is so critical. After the placenta detaches, the uterus keeps contracting, clamping down really hard. This action squeezes all the open blood vessels shut where the placenta used to be, and that is absolutely essential to prevent dangerous bleeding after birth. It's the body's own built-in safety mechanism, making sure everything ends safely.
So let's just take a step back and look at the whole picture.
When you put all of these pieces together, it really is an incredible finale. It's nothing short of a perfect biological symphony. I mean, think about what we just saw. We saw a hormonal cascade, with things like oxytocin kicking everything off at exactly the right moment. We saw this dynamic dance, this teamwork between mother and baby. We saw powerful muscles doing work they were literally designed to do, a baby instinctively finding its way through this complex path, and a body that has this profound, innate ability to completely transform and then recover.
You know, maybe the best way to think about all this comes from the legendary midwife Ina May Gaskin. Her words just beautifully reframe the whole experience. She said, "The power and intensity of your contractions are not something to be afraid of. They are guiding your baby through the birth canal." And that just captures it perfectly, right? The intensity isn't random or scary. It's a guide. It's a productive power working with the baby.
When you see it all laid out like this, from the very first preparations to that final, powerful contraction, you just can't help but be in awe of the intelligence and the design behind it all. It truly is a perfect symphony of biology, isn't it? Thanks for exploring it with me today.